Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Escape the Curse of the Temple. In Escape the Curse of the Temple, you are all characters, kind of like Indiana Jones, trying to get out of the temple before it all collapses on top of you and you get trapped forever. You've stolen some gems that are cursed, and you need to return those gems before the temple will allow you to escape. It's a real-time cooperative game that comes with a CD. I know, right? Who uses CDs anymore? That's okay. It's a few years old, but it comes with a CD. You can download an MP3 if you prefer to run from iPod, which is what I've started doing, and there's a few alternate MP3s available to go along with the track. As you can see, I've got the big box version of it, which has all of the expansions currently available. I've only explained the basic version, the base version of the game. As with all of my videos, I don't want to overwhelm people with information, and I think as you're starting games, you should always start with base game with new players and then add the expansions on repeat plays. With this one, I've found that more often than not, people want to play again and again and again until they beat it. Once we beat it, then I start adding in modules to make it a bit harder each time. The biggest issue I found with this game is that in the heat of playing, that people aren't quite sure what they need to be doing. And so you lose a little bit of time with going, oh, no, you need to do this, not this. People forget some of the rules about having to be in the same room as someone else to be able to share dice. I'll explain all of that during the video. And people, when they're moving their meeples around the rooms, have a tendency to put them right on top of this square, which makes it really hard to see what you need to roll to get into that room. All of that will be explained in the next video, but that's okay. They're the kind of current issues. The other big issue I found, there's two of them, is gamers who are used to taking turns. They're sitting there going, oh, when do I roll? You roll all the time. Always. You're rolling, and you've got to think really fast to see what your dice are doing, to see what combinations you can take out of your dice. I've played with someone sitting across the table who rolls and just looks at their dice and then goes, oh, I think I need that one, I think I need... And then eventually they roll again, and there's no way to get out of the temple when you've got a player like that at the table. You've got to encourage them to roll really fast. There is no time to overthink every decision. You just have to go. And that's one of the things I really love about this game, that you just have to go. All the time, you go. I've played this game with so many groups of people from quite young, around 10, 11, 12, all the way up to older than myself, full adult people. And we all enjoy it. Every now and then there are the people who like to overthink games and don't like the stress of having to do things really fast. But you know what? They play the game. You've played it once, move on. That's okay. Find another group to play it with. More often, majority of people really love this game. There is another version of this game currently out called Escape from Zombie City, which is the same mechanic but also has zombies. I'm really looking forward to getting that, but I'm waiting till they release the big box, which I believe is supposed to be coming this year, though I haven't seen a date on that. This game is fairly straightforward. I've done it in one part. There's not two parts to this. I've managed to cover everything in the one part. So you should be able to get all the rules out there just in the 10 minutes, which is pretty much the length of the game, to be able to play it endlessly. Hopefully that will help you get the game on the table without people missing little elements. Of course, quite often you forget an element and you have to kind of try and explain it while you're going. And it's really hard to keep the energy and pause the game and go, oh, just a minute guys, I forgot to say this. So do try and get all the rules out before you start this one. If you're running the game, make sure you keep an eye on what everyone else is doing. The one thing I've forgotten to mention in the video is the question I always get. Why do we have these sitting in front of us? The reason is so that when you're in a room with someone, you can glance at the colour of the meeple on the table, look around the table and see one of these of the same colour and go, oh, I know who is in the room with me. That's all. That's the only reason these exist. It's a really quick reference rather than having to remember what meeple colour everyone is. I hope that's helped you out, and I hope this video helps you get Escape the Curse of the Temple onto the table and endless hours of playing out of it. If you have any comments or suggestions, please put them in below as always. If you have a game that you want Gamesplained, please email me at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter to see what I'm playing. As always, enjoy gaming.